What up, y'all? What up? What up? I hope y'all are feeling all right. I know it's a lot of people experiencing spiritual awakenings right now, including myself. so, I'm with you. If life is a little weird and stressful AF right now, I'm with you. I feel you, and this too shall pass. This too shall pass. I'm like, man, the 2020 awakening I had, that was wild. I mean, I was just, whew, I didn't even know I had awakening out for a minute, and I was just like, am I just losing my mind, like for real? And you know what? That's why I came on here because I just want to tell you, you're not losing your mind. You're not losing your mind. Like we are spiritual beings, and I don't know why the spiritual awakenings are happening now. Everything is within divine timing, and I can't speak on any wise, but I can tell you that there has been a lot of things in life that have tried to block the awakenings of people and that have tried to block our spiritual gifts. And this video is not meant for everybody, but it's meant for the people who know that there are things put in place to make you feel like you're losing your mind and that you're crazy. And you know, this awakening, it gets depressing. It really does. And I'm not going to focus too much on, the shadowy parts of it, but I do have to acknowledge that it is tough, especially when you have that big blast of truth and all you see is the truth, and you look around you and it's just like, how do you even relate to your fellow humans? Because it's like most people, they aren't going to see the same things that you see. I talk to my husband about things that I see, I experience. He don't even experience it. He's like, oh, okay. Being supportive, and but here's the thing is, even if you're in a space, with people who just don't have any type of context regarding spiritualness, I can't even imagine. I've been in some spaces like that, and all they do is be like, you crazy, you weird, you crazy. And then you start to believe it after a while. And that's why a lot of people who are gifted end up in mental institutions, and they end up drugged up, and they end up actually losing their mind for real, because then they got so many pills. I'm telling you right now, when I was early 20, I don't even think I was 20. I was like 18, 17. I had so many pills that you could line them up and it would be like 2 feet, 3 feet long, like long. Like if I lined them up, that's how many pills they was like prescribing me, right? And it's crazy how one feeling of depression can lead to all that. But man, I got some stories to tell you, and I'm telling you right now, if you think for a minute that there aren't these corporations or entities or beings or people who who see an opportunity to profit off of people's suffering. And that is what really, like, my heart hurts just to even talk about it, because the more and more I awaken, the more and more it's like I really have to work with my heart, because it hurts me to see how much people have been just like fed off of, like, just the life sucked right out of people, the spirit sucked out of people, the finances, the so many things. And then there's all kinds of dialogues and media that's just fed into us, that's just like telling us to think this way, trying to implant fear into us, trying to implant this into us. So we're creating that into our reality. We create our reality. So everything that we're tapping into is creating our reality. And they know that. But when you're not awakened to the truth, you don't be knowing that. You just be taking it in, and you're like, yeah, this is cool, whatever. And hold on. I think my phone overheating a little bit because I got the heat on and it's blowing out the top. So my phone thinks that it's overheating. And I'm like, okay, but you're okay. You'll be alright. My phone did be getting hot up there. I don't know. Anyways, so that's my 2 cents on it. And I just want to say, like, you're not losing your mind, man. I've literally had to tell so many people, like, you're not losing your mind. Like, you're not. What you're experiencing, I've experienced it. I've been down that road before, and let me tell you something. You're gonna get out of it. You're gonna get through it. There's ways through all things, and you have to really truly believe in yourself, because there's not a lot of people. Um, I kind of feel like it's meant to be a little bit lonely because it brings you back into yourself, and you got to be thinking for yourself. You have to think for yourself. You can't keep letting people dictate your life. You can't keep letting people tell you who you are. Only you know who you are. And you can have positive influences on that, from other people who see the beauty in you and things like that, and that's great, but only you know who you are. And it's tough when you have to really shed all of those beliefs that you've had about yourself that are so negative. And that's where I am too, is like I'm just shedding. It feels like the last bit of shedding, and I hope it is, because Jesus, I'm so tired of this. I'm tired of this because I feel like I came into this world awakened. Like I have always had this perception on things, and I knew things were not right, and I could see the BS through it all, but that's where I was thrown in. There was no way out. That's just what I had to experience at the time that I had to experience it. And that's okay. Like I'm not mad about it. It is what it is. I get sad about it sometimes, but for the most part, like, it is what it is. What I'm mostly sad about is just how much we have given so much of ourselves into just predators. Like, for real. For real. And we're gonna figure this thing out. And like, that's the thing, is like, I'm not hopeless. I'm actually very hopeful, and I'm excited because the people who've been through the most, our voices are going to keep rising through, and we're going to make these changes that need to happen in this world, and we're going to keep bringing the truth to the light. And yeah, it's scary. Like, we have been attacked, we have been harassed, we have experienced these things, but at the end of the day, we are strong AF. Like, you're strong. Like, you only feel weak because of all the things that you have been through. Like, that's the only reason why you feel weak. Okay, can you imagine if you went to the gym every single day and you never took a break? You would be so tired. And that's where you are right now. That's why we do have to take a break. That's why we do have to take that little bit of rest that we can, and when we can, we gotta just come back to ourselves, because this is not a time to be like, yeah, gung-ho with things. Like, it's just not. And and sometimes we have to remind ourselves, I'm not weak. I'm not weak. I'm strong. I am strong. I'm strong. And I may be experiencing a bit of weakness right now, but it's temporary. And I'm going to slingshot right back into my strength, and it's going to feel damn good. And I swear, I have met some of the strongest people, and I have seen them in states where they're just like, they just feel so defeated. And sometimes I get frustrated, because I'm like, I just want to hit him on the forehead like, hey, should have had a V8, because you know what? You is strong. Like, there's no way around that. You are strong. We are all strong. The human spirit is strong. Like, we can overcome anything. We are the master creators, and that's why we have to keep stepping into our power more and more and more and more, because we are creating our reality. Yes, there's been things that have been working against it, but oh well, goodbye. Like, get out of our face. Get out of my way. I got things to do, baby, and you've been getting in my way for a long time. But now when you got that power and you say, get out of my face, that's when they really know we got to get about her face. Okay? Just had to get that out. I just had to get that off my chest, because you know what? It's people who feel like, oh, like things ain't gonna get better for me, or things is tough, and I gotta remind myself these things too. Like, yeah, it's tough, but shit, we're tougher than that. And that's the last thing my best friend told me before she died. She wrote me this letter and she said, life is tough, but you're tougher. And that's what I want to tell you guys. Life is tough, but you are tougher. And saying that with fucking, oh man, I said the F word on here. Solidarity, all right? I don't even know what that means, but it seems like the word, it seems like a necessary word for what I'm saying. Is you are strong. You are strong. You are going to get through this. This is all a part of the process. And after every storm, what is there? Sunshine, rainbows, great, wonderful things. And life goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. But you're going to get through this. And you are meant to be here. And you are enough. You're doing enough. You've done enough. That's why you deserve a break. That's why you gotta take a break and rest. Man. And I'm ready. Like, I'm like, you know what? When you get to the other side of things and you just see, like, I don't know, it's almost like you could have just a different perspective on it. It's like, yeah, like, you're no longer in it. You're just kind of observing it. And it feels good to do that. I don't know why, but this car behind me is, like, really bothering me. But it's because it's the country roads and there's, like, no way for people to, like, go around. So then they just, like, stay on your ASS. Yeah, I'm gonna spell because I'm not trying to cuss. But that's my message, guys. It's like, you're not losing your mind. You're not weak. You is strong. And you're going to get through this. We are going to get through this. And I really have a great feeling of what is on the other side of these things. Because let me tell you something. After my 2020 awakening, like, I'm telling you, that was, like, the hardest time of my life. Like, I had to cut out so many people from my life. I had just become a brand new mom, and I had just had a baby. My best friend died, like, and all kinds of people started dying. And then one of my friends killed themselves, and it was just like, and then, it was like so many things just fell apart. And it was literally the hardest moment of my life. And I say that, but at the same time, I have gone through a lot. Like, the only reason why it seemed that hard is because I knew that better was on its way. And I just had to keep fighting. Like, I had to fight. I was fighting off entities. Like, seriously, I had to fight a lot. I didn't sleep. I was, like, talking to the doctors. They're like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not okay. Like, stop asking me if I'm okay. Because I'm not okay. And, and I went to therapy. And then I had a therapist where I'm, like, opening up to her about, what I was experiencing. I told her what happened to me. I told her, listen, guys, I took a leap of faith. I decided to get a therapist because I was not okay and I did need help. And this girl, God bless her soul, because she was not prepared for what came out of my mouth. And I told her, a tragic event that happened to me, and she literally was like, there is no way that happened. And I was like, I'm telling you that happened. She was like, there's no way that happened. I'm sorry, but there's no way that happened. And I was just like, well, you're obviously not my therapist anymore. And you know how traumatizing that was? Like, I was like, that was the first time I told somebody that, and they were like, and I could tell she was freaking out. Like, I could feel her anxiety and stuff, and I was like, girl, you need to stick with them little college students that just going through some little depression right now, because I need some help. Like, help. Not just like a little, like, you got this, girl. You're gonna get on through life and positive vibes, and No, like, I need help. I need somebody to be like, yo, what? That happened to you? What? Tell me more. And thank God I went through another therapist. And then, she had some spiritual things going on with her. And that was like part of my awakening. As I was seeing, I was like, I don't feel good after talking to her. At first I did, but then I was like, no. And then she was like starting to lean on me. And I was like, yo, you cannot be leaning on me. Like, you're my therapist. I'm supposed to be leaning on you, dog. Like, don't be opening up to me about your stressors and stuff. So I had to cut that one off. And I was like really in a dark place at that point. Because I was like, I'm trying to find help and I just can't find it. I'm like, I just need help. I was like freaking out, and I'm just like praying all the time and I'm reading books and I'm just like, Jesus, like, I'm like literally on my knees, like just surrendering, like, oh my God, I don't know what's happening. And then I found the one. And I found this therapist, and calling her a therapist really is like, she's much more than that. She's just a beautiful, beautiful soul. And she changed the trajectory of my life. She saved my life. And, I'm getting emotional just talking about it because I have never met someone who had such a power, who had the ability to see the truth in my words and to see the humanness in me and to not treat me like I was some kind of a diagnosis. She didn't even diagnose me with nothing the whole time, but she treated my PTSD. She walked me through these things and we worked together on it. It wasn't, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I was so willing to do whatever it needed to take. I just wanted to be okay. And in a time where I felt so lonely and scared, she was there to just be like, it's gonna be all right, and I'm gonna walk you through this, and it's gonna be really, really hard, but it's already hard, so it's gonna be straight. And I'm just like, thank you. And life's changed since then, I think I got a turn right here. No, I don't think so. Maybe I gotta keep going. Yeah. Oh, no, I think that's where I had to go in at. So I need to go a different way. So all that being said, sometimes during your awakening, you'll be guided in ways that are not so pleasant. I experienced all these deaths, all this loss, and I experienced, the failures of 2 therapists, and eventually it just broke. Like, the cloud started to split open, and the sunshine started coming in, and I started to feel free for once in my life, like actually free. And that's what I'm trying to say is, like, even if you feel like you're on your knees, and you're just like, is anything gonna ever get better for me? It will. It just takes some time. Sorry, traffic is a little bit local right now. It's 5 o'clock traffic. But it will get better, like it always does. And you know what? I had to learn a lot along the way, and I feel like it has kind of prepared me for this other awakening that I'm going through, because this one is like, oh my God. I'm like, yo, what is going on? The thing is, though, is like, through all this, you gotta take care of your nervous system, and that's where I'm like, I gotta take care of my nervous system. Do things that are going to, like, bring your nervous system down to a relaxing state. And it's a practice. You can't just be like, I'm relaxed. Like, no, you gotta keep practicing at it. You gotta do your yogas and all your teas and things that are relaxing and taking time for yourself. 777 right there, baby, right there. Okay. um it's gonna be okay. And I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I just wanted to really drill that in, that it's gonna be okay. And you'll see. Just don't give up. Just don't give up. That's all. Just don't give up. And you may feel lonely right now, but sometimes that space just needs to be empty. I had no idea, like, even now I've had a ton of endings. Like, there's just endings of friendships, all kinds, and it's like wow. Everything's for the best, but you know, still hurts though sometimes. Most of the time it hurts. Especially when you're empathic and you're like going through. Oh my god. Okay, guys. Okay. So I watched this movie, Gabriel. I don't know if y'all ever seen it, but you should go watch it if you're down. It's a movie called Gabriel, and it's based off of the Angels. And in the movie, I just love their little conversations that the Angels have together, because they're just like, they they come uh they come here and they're just like, I didn't know that it was gonna be like this. And because Gabriel, he's trying to like bring light into purgatory and bring light to the people who are in purgatory. And the other angels that have gone down there basically failed. Like, one of them became like a meth head, the other one was like locked in a trailer and he was an alcoholic. And they was struggling. And another one, like, he just gave up. And another one, he was like dying basically. And Gabriel came down and he was like, I'm gonna heal you guys. And every time he healed somebody, they would be mad at him. They're like, no, like, just let me be, just let me be, you need to take care of yourself. And Gabriel's like, no, man, like, I'm gonna take care of y'all. And they would be mad at him, and there'd be some consequences that would come with it. But that's like besides the point. Okay, there was this one conversation that one of the angels had with Gabriel, and he's like, I had no idea that it was going to be like this. He's like, I had to hide who my true self is because I was attacked so many times. And, and this is why I drink, and he's like, basically saying, like, don't judge me. He said, you have no idea. You've only been down here for a couple of days. He said, all I feel is fear. Do you even know what that feeling feels like? I feel fear all the time. And I felt that, and then there's this other girl too, and she's talking about that too. And she's just like, she's like, you don't know what it's like. Like, I tried, I did my best, and and they got me. Like, they basically turned her into a hooker, and she was selling her body, and she was just kind of like disassociating with the whole thing. And a lot of us who do bear the light, and I'm still kind of like getting acclimated to this type of language, but a lot of us who do bear the light, we end up in some really dark places. And we come to points where we're just like, maybe this is it, maybe this is it, but we can't do that. We have to keep going, and we can't give up. And that's one thing that I really loved about Gabriel, especially like in that movie where he's like, he's not giving up. He went against the head demon angel or whatever, and that dude's like messing him up bad, and he's just like, I'm not giving up, like, I'm not giving up. And he's like, just give up already, like, this is just, like, it's painful to even watch you go through all this. And and lo and behold, like, he did defeat it. It was a little more complex than that, but he did defeat the angel. And sometimes this world really tries to corrupt our minds and to make us hard, and to make us angry, and to make us feel evil. And we're not, and we can't judge ourselves for the things that we have done to cope with this world, whether it's violence, whether it's drugs, whether it's running away. We can't judge ourselves based off of these things, because we're literally coping with a world. We came into this world an innocent, beautiful child full of light, and we have had to experience hell after hell after hell after hell. And that is not said in a light way. It has been hard and tough. And there are things in life that are really, really tough. But we cannot forget how we came into this world. We came into this world with the light. We came into this world innocent. We came into this world full of love and full of joy. And that's where we have to continuously try to work our way back to, because that is our true essence. Don't believe the voices that are telling you that you're crazy. Don't believe the voices that are telling you you're not worth shit. Don't believe any of those voices that are bringing you down, because they're not real. They're not the truth. They're not. The truth is what I just told you. So I just wanted to say that. And I know this message is long, but it needed to be said. And I just want to send so much love to you. Whatever you're going through right now, may you be blessed. And may you know this truth, that you are strong. Okay? I love you. And I will talk to y'all. I'm gonna be posting some different kinds of videos, and I'm super excited about it. But right now I'm tired. I'm trying to take care of myself and just going on like little adventures, doing some grid work. Let me know if you guys want to know about grid work, because this is like a little new bit of a new concept for me, but I enjoy it. So y'all take care, stay blessed out here, and have you a lovely, lovely week.